Hello, it's early morning here in Belgrade, Central European time, just gone 8 a.m. And there's an interesting article today in the London Times, which I think is significant of the way thought leaders, perhaps for want of a better term, are starting to soften up the Western public for a defeat to Russia. And the Times article is by a man called Roger Boys, and it's titled, I hate to say it, but Kiev won't last till spring. This is the London Times, has been very, very pro-Ukrainian. And these are the main points. As winter approaches, it becomes increasingly clear that it will be the last stronghold of Zelensky. Money for Ukraine's armament and heating is melting away. The West's willingness to support the war is fading. The defense of independent Kiev has slid down the hierarchy of strategic emergencies. New US sanctions have effectively led to rising oil prices. In winter, Russia will launch a more concentrated offensive on the so-called Fortress Belt on Ukraine's eastern front, places like Lyman-Pokrovsk. If these defensive lines begin to fall, Russian troops will have a path to advance into central Ukraine. Ukraine has enough funds only until the end of the first quarter of 2026 to conduct the war and maintain the functioning of its battered state. There are no winter miracles in Eastern Europe. Prepare for peace. It will not be pleasant, the author concluded. Well, there you are. I'm not saying he's definitely right, but this is the kind of thing that you weren't even allowed to whisper in the West until fairly recently. And it's now being said out loud. So the situation must be fairly dire. Okay, bye. Thanks.